Ferrari World is a theme park based off the famous car brand Ferrari, and believe it or not, it's full of some of the best rides in the world, including the fastest roller coaster. However, today we're going to count down the top 10 rides at Ferrari World. Coming in at number 10, we have got Karting Academy, and despite this sounding like a ride for young children, it is far from it. You feel like you are an F1 driver as you speed your way along the 290 metre long track. It is designed with many sharp turns to get you off course. It is not only that though which makes this ride great, as you can do all of this at a max speed of 45 km an hour. Just letting you know though, you cannot ride this attraction if you are under the age of 13. But if you are older, if I was you, I would get straight on that go-kart. If racing 45 km an hour is not your thing, but you would rather take a leisurely ride around Italy, our number 9 spot, Italia, is definitely a ride for you. You jump aboard a small-scale Ferrari 250 California Sierra 1958, and like your normal driving experiences at Disney, you do have some control over where you go, but it is also guided by a trail. In addition to this, you can take in some breathtaking cityscapes, 2 famous landmarks and racing venues, all from your Ferrari car. Everyone knows of Formula Rossa, the world's fastest coaster, but not everyone has heard of Formula Rossa Junior, which travels at 195 km an hour less and is great for the whole family. Now this ride may be a child's version of Formula Rossa, but it still packs a punch, with you reaching a height of 38 feet before many fun elements created by Zamperla, which is sure to make you leave wanting more and more. In at number 7, we have got the Speed of Magic, the park's family dark ride, and what a dark ride it sure is. Initially, you are greeted by Nello, a famous racer, and once you board your ride vehicle, along with his helps, you will journey through oceans, fly the cliffs and venture in caves. All of this is while you use the latest in simulator technology, creating a 4D experience like no other. So, what are you waiting for? Pick up your 3D goggles and journey with Nello. It is time to take off and travel around Italy. As for our number 6 spot, we have got Viaggio in Italia. This ride is a flying theatre, and for you non-theme park enthusiasts, a flying theatre is basically a big moving chair in front of a giant TV. Well, that's probably the worst description ever. In fact though, this is one of the best ride systems ever, and without a doubt the 4D effects and all of this should definitely be on your bucket list, whether you want to just explore Italy or have a fun immersive experience at Ferrari World. Top 5, and in the number 5 spot we have got Made in Maranello, a ride which would definitely be at your number 1 spot for any car enthusiasts out there, as you go in-depth tour and discover how a Ferrari GT is made through all of the design process. You start off with the designing to testing on the Fiorano circuit. It is not only car enthusiasts though which would love this, however if you are not too fond of cars, it may be worth doing another ride on Formula Rossa instead. In at number 4 we have got Fiorano GT Challenge, and if you wish to accept, you will be launching off 4 times at 59 miles per hour, which is definitely unique for a roller coaster. In addition to heading round a pretty funky layout, there is no standout element, but it is still a really good fun coaster for the family. None of this though puts it at number 4, but what does is that you are doing all of this while racing another car, and if you are competitive just like me, it is definitely an experience that you will not forget, well, as long as you win. Here we are now in the top 3, and the ride that takes this spot is Turbo Track. This is one of the coolest intimate rides to look at, which I have ever seen before, with the arrow screens following the ride as it goes round and the glass structure which you twist out of. Riding it is also great too, as despite it being short, unlike the other shuttle coasters out there, it also features an amazing airtime hill at 63.4 miles per hour and a spiral which will make you leave godsmacked. Oh yeah, don't also forget to mention that you do all of this backwards too, and that is why this ride is at number 3. Believe it or not, deciding between number 2 and number 1 was very tough, but we chose Flying Aces for our number 2 spot. You board a military biplane and fly through the world's highest roller coaster loop, according to the park, and hit speeds of up to 120 miles per hour. Now I know there is a backstory towards this ride, but I don't know what planes has to do with Ferrari. Nevertheless, what I do know is that this Intamin wing coaster for me competes with the world's fastest roller coaster, so it must be amazing. It is time for the number 1 spot, and the ride which is going to take this spot is obviously Formula Rossa, the world's fastest roller coaster, reaching speeds of up to 240 kilometers an hour in just 4.9 seconds, which is very fast, trust me about that one. Also so fast in fact that you need to wear goggles on the ride. In addition to this crazy launch, there's an additional 6,561 feet of track, which is basically used just to slow the ride down, with 170 feet of airtime hills. So for the thrill seeker out there, Formula Rossa should be 100% on your bucket list, as it is probably the most intense ride in the world so far. Unfortunately, that is it from our top 10 video over at Ferrari World. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to like, subscribe and comment down below, as this is just my opinion and I'd love to see your top 10 lists in the comments. Also, if you are a huge fan of the channel, please go and check out our Patreon page, as from as little as £1 a month. It means the absolute world to us and helps us make more content just like this one here. So that is it from me, Tom Derrick from Theme Park Coasting, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.